was one last one that I experienced, the last incident that I experienced, and the patient died. And I was very emotional, even though it wasn't my fault.
Sure.
But I felt so bad because this guy was fine. Okay, he was supposed to get a medication from me that we give 2 times a day, steroid. So I was so busy. I was supposed to give his medicine. We have to give it between 9 and 11. So I got so busy, then I said, hey, I've given everybody's medicine, but I haven't seen that guy. So something told me, go see him before I go to break, before I go eat breakfast. So I went to see him. And when I went there, he was talking. The guy had a transplant he had new lungs and new heart.
Yeah.
So he was very sick. I told him, I said, I'm a little behind coming to see you, but I was busy. I just want to give your medicines before I go eat. And he said, oh, no problem, you're good. I said, okay. I stood with him. I gave all of his treatments. Then after that, I asked him, during that process, I was talking to him. I said, how are you feeling? How are you healing? He said, oh, he's ready to go home. The wife is coming to see him in 2 hours. And then they'll be planning discharge and talking about how to transition his care back to home. And I was like, okay. I was observing him. I noticed he had a chest tube because there was still fluid coming out of his lungs. So the chest tube was supposed to collect those fluids. Then after that, the treatment, I asked him, I said, you good? He said, yes. I said, okay, one thing before I leave, is there anything you want me to do for you before I leave the room? He said, oh, he wants to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So I told him, I said, I'm sorry, I cannot take you to the bathroom.
A nurse can help with that, right?
Yeah. I said, I'm not skilled to walk you to the bathroom because if you fall, I will be in trouble. I said, don't worry, stay in bed, I'll get you somebody. He said, okay. So the guy went around and I went and got the nurse. The nurse came, helped him to the bathroom. From the bathroom, he went to bed. And then 1 hour after I was eating, they called a code blue guy.
What's code blue?
Code blue cardiac arrest.
Oh.
And that was him. And they called him.
But he just had a cardiac transplant, a heart transplant.
Yeah, you can still have a cardiac arrest.
So maybe his body.
The code blue is cardiac arrest, but it could be anything. He had an emboli. And when you have any kind of emergency, they will just call code blue.
Emboli is what? That's a blockage.
Blood clot.
Oh, blood. Okay.
Yeah, blood clot.
Okay.
That went to his heart.
Got it.